Hello everyone, and welcome back to our Saturday live transmission series. Thank you to all of you who are joining across the globe, from UAE to Hawaii. It's good to see you all. We've got people logged into Facebook, Crowdcast, and YouTube. Welcome. For those of you who are new, my name is Crystal. I'm with Ascension One Collective, the foundation that supports the work of the channel. I'm here today to guide you into and out of the session. Last we came together in December, we explored ending the cycle of karma with Emmanuel. This session, we'll be receiving a transmission on the topic, Finding the Divine in Relationships. Next week, we will deliver a Q&A session with Emmanuel on the same topic. This will give you some time to receive the transmission, integrate it, and allow for topic-based questions to emerge over the next week. As always, we have some newcomers, so I'm going to share a little bit to give those folks context for the work. Asil studied within various spiritual traditions over the last 19 years. 6 years ago, he had a strong spiritual experience that opened up this connection that today we refer to as the channel. This is a connection to both powerful energy and wisdom that, during the sessions, he will embody and bring through. Through this connection, energy will come through him and reach all of those who are tuning in to the live transmission. This energy will allow you to go deeper in your meditation, as well as receive information, which will often take the form of a spoken transmission, or in your own way, visions, messages, or an inner knowing. The process for Asil to get into trance includes spontaneous movements of his body and hands, shaking of his body, fast breathing, and as the energy level rises, sometimes his eyes will roll upwards. It may not seem it, but this is all normal. His everyday human consciousness is still available to him while he's channeling, and he can stop the embodiment at any time. The channel will bring through guides that will specifically introduce themselves with the names humanity has given them. You might recognize some of the names as angels, archangels, or higher forms of consciousness. Once the energy field is established, then an energetic alignment begins. People report having powerful experiences even over live stream, so it's really easy. During this time, sit back and focus on being in an open meditative state. Just by being receptive, you've included yourself in this energy field, so there's nothing else you need to do. During the session, you may also bring a loved one into your mind and heart to have them receive the benefits as well. You can set an intention. You can release any old wounds, thoughts, emotions that no longer serve you. People share often that things come up for them even in the absence of an intention. Flow with that also and just accept all that arises. For people who can support the work, it not only supports Asil, but it supports the whole production team. Many of you supported in 2021 and have already supported this one. It's truly appreciated, and it really helps us keep this work accessible. We have links to your support options in the chat. We invite you to listen with an open mind and an open heart. We recommend that you listen in a space where you can't be disrupted, and you turn your phone off. We also recommend you stay tuned in through the entire session. If you're in a deep meditative state at the end of the energy transmission, it's okay if you can't hang on to every word thereafter. The benefit of staying with us is what's most important, and the words can be replayed or read later. We're recording the audio and video, and we'll provide the video and transcript following the event on our website and social media pages. As the session ends, we'll sit together in silence for a few minutes and give you all enough time to come back into this state of awareness. Enjoy your journey. I'll see you back here upon your return.
Hello everyone, welcome. This month, the topic that we're going to be exploring with the guides is finding the divine in relationships. Now, as we evolve and as we experience this human form, we enter many relationships. The first ones with our family, with our mother, and eventually we start to understand ourselves as a relationship. we start to explore this separated aspect of existence, the dual form. And it is a fascinating exploration. In relationships, we learn in all the ways that we can relate to each other, in good ways and sometimes in not so good ways, in challenging ways. And yet, all of these challenges that we face in relationship are seemingly opportunities. Can we see beyond all the layers of identity, of ego, within the other as well as within ourselves? And to see that aspect of the divine shining through them. Can we start seeing that others are aspects of us? And together, we are the totality of human consciousness, just fragmented into many different individual existences. So, when we go into relationship, human relationships, we're learning how to find our way back to the divine. Now, that could also occur without relationship, but merely observing the relationship inside. And that's also a valid path. Yet, seemingly, most of us are in experiences where we have many relationships outside of us. And navigating those relationships, understanding, witnessing them, observing them, looking at them from different angles, different perspectives, finding greater levels of compassion, empathy, is a great way to learn as a human being. It's a great way to come to realizations. And so, while we don't necessarily subscribe to the modernized way of a Valentine's Day, there is an interesting concept there of honoring an intimate or romantic relationship that's in existence, that's currently present for you. And so we decided to dedicate this month to that topic of exploring how the divine, how divinity shows in our relationships with others, but also in relationship with ourselves. Because some of you may be celebrating or not celebrating Valentine's Day by yourself, which is perfectly okay. Divinity in relationships and finding that divine in relationships. Thank you for joining, and see you all very soon. Greetings. We are Elohim. In the evolution of human existence, it was deemed that this individualized experience was a significant effort to evolve consciousness, humanity's collective consciousness. The individualized experience seemed as the right approach for you to establish an understanding of self, an understanding of other, an understanding of the collective over time. Therefore, the separation and the experience in this dualistic form allowed for the exploration of consciousness itself in this very form, the human form. An individual identity was established per life lived. Many relationships with other identities were established per life and through many lifetimes. Each relationship served to provide opportunities for connection, for exploration, for challenge, for comfort, for bonds lasting many lives. And in this connecting, disconnecting, and reconnecting, the opportunity to see self was established. Every individual, every relationship in human form is truly an opportunity to witness all that you are. All that you can be, and all that you were. Therefore, facets of human consciousness represented to you by the individuals in front of you is truly an opportunity to understand, to embrace all of humanity. Despite the appearance, despite the expressions, despite the immediate judgments, opinions established about the individual in front of you, witness and sense the warmth and the love of creation, establishing all that they are in perfection. Embracing all that they are allows you to embrace all that you are. Acknowledging parts of you unseen, unprocessed, by witnessing and allowing compassion to emerge from within you for the other. By allowing gratitude to become a significant aspect for a relationship, therefore establishing gratitude for yourself. Accepting, embracing, and appreciating all facets of human existence through the appreciation of the other allows you to appreciate all that you are in all your facets. As you can see, the judgments of the mind, merely a simple and temporary filter to navigate this reality, to navigate experiences chosen, yet beyond the filters of the mind. A deeper sight emerges, seeing the divine in all of existence, starting with the individualized forms around you, with you, and represented in human form. This initiation of the mind, this initiation of your consciousness to observe at great detail all of humanity will allow you to support humanity in its evolution as a consciousness collective. As the collective will start to see itself in that same frame, in that same perspective. Initially, humanity was required to witness itself as the challenger, as the villain, as the opposition. Its own image repulsed by itself. And this phase was an important learning as well. Survival. Yet beyond the many facets of emotions and judgments, humanity is emerging to understand the greatness of its diverse expressions in human form, the greatness of the collective that is providing the many viewpoints, the many perspectives, the many lifestyles, and the many discoveries. This life in itself became prevalent to evolution. This life in itself, with all that you experience, became a source for realizations. All moments in relationship with self and the others became true opportunities to discover a greater understanding of consciousness. The glue to bring all these bonds, these connections, the energies into manifestation is the love of creation that permeates, that establishes, that creates and destructs all of existence. Every aspect of you is a transformed aspect of the love of creation. And for those observing existence with the pure observational capacity will notice the love of creation in every single aspect of life, every single aspect of this reality. The most natural and significant aspects of understanding the love of creation is the transformed form into human love. The bond to the mother that has brought you to this life. The bond to the father that has protected and provided. The bond to this earth that receives you with open arms and provides for life. All these bonds are strong manifestations of the love of creation. Conditional love. Yet a significant and true love. These initial experiences of love establish the understanding of love in relationships, of love with others, and of love with self. You explore the concept of love throughout your entire life, only to find your way to the most essential piece, the love of creation in its purest form. All facets of love and relationship merely pointing the way towards the original, the authentic, and the purest form. And therefore, can you witness yourself in all the many expressions of love for yourself, for others, and for this world? Can you follow this path of the invoked opening within your heart to discover the greater nature of love? Following relationships, following self-discovery, following a greater understanding of this world and this reality. All the way to its initiation into form. The love of creation transforming into this existence, transforming into you, transforming into the other, transforming into all thoughts, transforming into all emotions. An omnipresent fabric of existence. In moments like these, the silence will allow you to observe this fabric, sense, rest, and realign. Allow yourself to be held in this fabric of existence. Allow yourself to receive. Any stories of the mind, any stories of the heart, and any stories embedded in this physical form become irrelevant. In this moment of expansion, it is your consciousness receiving from this love of creation. All that you were, all that you ever will be, and all that you are, receiving from this love of creation. And as you witness yourself receiving, you notice that all that you are is the collective. No separation exists in this state of consciousness. Humanity receives together. Humanity creates together. No matter what the individualized expressions are, it is consistently a collective creation, a collective choice, a collective direction. In this state of existence, loving and being loved will be easy to accomplish. No preconditions, no history, no future, pure presence, pure receptivity, pure allowance. Your consciousness becomes one with the love of creation. And from this state of existence, the love of creation creates through you. Beyond being merely the receiver of the love of creation, you become the expression of love in human form. And every word, every thought, every cell of your existence, every expression of action becomes an expression of the love of creation. And therefore, every relationship becomes an expression of the love of creation. Every individual, every plant, every animal, every inanimate objects, every material and non-material existence on this earthly plane becomes the expression of the love of creation. And you receive through these interactions. You provide, you witness, and you realize. You evolve as a consciousness. In this evolutionary process of humanity's existence, you will continue to experience relationship to self and others in extended ways. In expanded ways. you will witness the love of creation emerging in every aspect of your life. Your judgments, opinions about this immediate unfolding within you and in front of you will carry less weight, as the inner knowing of this love, this omnipresent love of existence, will have overcome your mind, your heart, and your body. The potency of your ability to direct life, to consciously create, to consciously act and expand, will become a natural expression of your existence. Witness who you are today, and witness who you can become tomorrow. And beyond your imagination, allow infinite possibilities to emerge within you. The love of creation carries no bounds and is ready to receive your ability to direct this creation. It is yours in its full extent to create the reality that you wish and that you choose for yourself and for all of humanity. Thank you for listening to our words. We will now commence with the adjustments. Thank you for receiving our gift. This transmission is complete. So we will stay together a bit longer in this meditative state, in this field of energy, in this field of expansion. How would life look like if we could truly perceive everything as a creation of love? A creation of love for us, a creation of love for the human collective, a creation of love for this reality. And maybe we first start with seeing relationships, our relationship to ourselves, as a creation of love. And our other relationships outside of us as a creation of love. And maybe the emotion of love may be induced or may not be induced. What if all emotions were a creation of love? What if all thoughts, all thought processes, all identities that we assume were a creation of love? Our egos and minds may not agree with everything that we perceive to be good or comfortable. Our hearts may open under certain conditions and close under other conditions, determining what is safe and what isn't. And we may be open to some people and not so open to others by our judgments. Yet, what if the underlying premise is that all is a creation of love? All of us being forged in the same source of existence. How is life different with that premise, with that core understanding and that core value, that core knowing. How do we walk life differently? And what do we see when we look in the mirror? And what do we see when we look at another? How does our perspective shift as a result of this core knowing? I look forward to hearing from all of you once you've reflected on these questions and on this session. And thank you so much for joining. Blessings on your day ahead. See you soon.
Welcome back, everyone. Take your time to come back into your body. Take any extra time you need in a sitting or lying position, or just stay in this state as long as you need to. As we're coming back, I have a few gentle closing remarks. If you'd like to continue this journey with Ascension One, there are many ways to do it. We at Ascension One have been taking the time to rest, rejuvenate, and start the planning for what promises to be a rich 2022 programming. There will be many opportunities to engage in training courses, deepen your practice, and integrate the energy and wisdom of the guides throughout the year. We have a home for all of Ascension One Collective's online community in Mighty Networks. If you have not already joined our online community, you can do so by using the invitation link placed in the chat. This is a place for you to explore and connect with the community and its members. Within Mighty Networks, you can access our upcoming Saturday live stream schedule and our weekly Monday integration calls where we gather to discuss the transmissions and the impact they have on our daily lives. We send event and program announcements as they become available through Mighty Networks, so if you want to join the latest updates, we recommend being with us on the online community. We are accepting applications for our much-awaited Greece retreat, May 13th to the 20th, 2022. For those of you who have already applied, we know you and kindly ask you to reapply as there have been a few changes in the format. For more details and access to the application, please click on the link in Crowdcast or the links placed in the chat if you're watching on other social media channels. This work is possible because of your support. As you would imagine, it takes a village to bring the channel to this space and then beam it out to all of you. If you find this of value, please consider supporting us to keep this work accessible. There are links to the chat with giving options. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for contributing your presence and your time. We feel the love and support you have for one another and for us, and we're deeply grateful. Take it easy after the session. Give space for the energy to continue to work. If you can, keep your mind quiet. If you can't, bring this presence and peace to whatever it is that you need to do. I feel the love emanating within each of you all, and it fills my heart with joy. Take care.